Hi guys, hope you've had a great week. Okay, new video. This is going to be all about training today's video. So I've basically filmed as much content as I can this week from my training to give you an insight into the way I'm training and what I'm doing at the moment with regards to the way I'm training for the show that I'm doing in 8 weeks time. So it isn't your typical bodybuilding prep, and I've told you this before, so if you wanted insight into what I'm doing from Monday through to Saturday, then this will give you a bit of an idea. So I've filmed as much as I can. I think from Tuesday, I filmed Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I filmed a little bit today. So you'll get an idea of how I'm programming, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I run a commentary the whole way through where I'll explain each exercise, why I'm doing it, and the idea behind the rep ranges and everything that I'm doing to try and show you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and the result that I'm trying to get from each thing. And yeah, it's going so well. I'm loving training, and I'm probably enjoying training more than I've ever have done before. So yeah, hopefully you better take something from it and you can implement it into your own training. If you have any questions at all on any of the exercises or anything that I'm doing, just give me a shout and I'm more than happy to help you with that. And if you want any help with your own programming, then by all means, I can help you with that. So yeah, give me a shout and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Cheers guys. And just quickly, if there's one piece of advice I can give you as someone who's going to the gym, make sure you've got a program, firstly, right? And make sure your program is something that's progressible, right? So every program is progressible, so you make sure you log everything you're doing in the gym. This alone will change the intensity of your workouts, because once you start logging things, you can then start progressing your loads, right? And the way you train. So you have your numbers that you lift and the amount of time it takes you to do certain things. Once you can start progressing this is when you can start training progressively harder, and once you can start doing that, that's when your results are going to start going like this, because of the way you're training. Your body, the way you train creates the demand for your transformation, right? And there's so many people that I see, so many people, especially in the gym that I work in, where no one's really got a program, no one's got any direction with their training, they're just going in there and trying to, it's all guesswork, right? And guesswork isn't going to give you incredible results. I'm sorry, but it isn't. So you must get a program and start working through it, whether you get it, you find it online, or whether you find a YouTuber who's got a free one, or whatever however you're going to get one, or if you're going to invest money in one, it'll be the best investment you make if it's a good program, because it's going to create the body that you want. Whereas going to the gym and guessing what you're doing isn't going to. It's like fucking going into the kitchen, never cooked before, and expecting to be able to make a lovely meal. It's not going to happen. Is that you need a guidebook or an ingredients book or recipe book to teach you what to do. The gym is no fucking different. So stop walking in thinking you know it all, because there's people out there who are doing all the research required to make sure your life easier, so they can program for you, so you can go in and do the job, go out, eat the right foods, and get the result that you want. So yeah, watch the video, see if you like it. If you do, then contact me and just get a program. Even if I'll do one-off programs, even if that's what you're going to do, or contact anyone that you're following on social media who's putting out good content and trains in the way you think you like, right? Then you must approach that person and say that I like the way you train. Can you please advise me on my own programming, because I feel that I need to do more in the gym, because everyone can fucking do more in the gym. So if you're at the moment struggling with the way that your gym sessions, if you're not motivated, or if you're not making progress, then this is the one thing you should address straight a fucking way. So yeah, rant over, enjoy the video. Here we go then guys, commentary from this week's training. I didn't film Monday's session, which was upper body strength day. This is from my lower body strength day, and I did 5 sets on deadlifts, and we built up from a set of 3, a set of 2, and then 3 sets of 1. And I normally wouldn't go this low on reps, but with the program that I'm following in a minute, this was what was on the program. So I quite enjoyed it actually. It was nice to get in and pull the bar without doing a shitload of reps. So obviously the amount of volume was still high because of the number of, on the weight of the bar, but that was 3 reps at 160 I believe, and I went to 170 for 2, and then I went to 180 for my 3 sets of 1. Last week deadlifts felt a lot better than this week. I think it's just because I was a little bit tired on Tuesday when I went and done these, and I wasn't warm enough before I went into my deadlifts, but we'll live and we'll learn, ready for next week. But yeah, as you can see, the speed isn't there that I want, but definitely happy with the fact that I'm up to 170 and 180 already, considering when I go out from travelling I can even lift 120 kilos without struggling massively. And this was the set of 1. did 3 sets on this weight, and each set it just got harder and harder. But this was the first set. Again, really slow, but it didn't actually feel that slow when I did it. But it didn't feel nice, and it doesn't look too pretty. When you're doing 1 rep maxes, it isn't going to look the prettiest. But yeah, it's all good. I did film another set. This is from a different angle. This was the last of the 3 sets, and this was just the slowest rep. But yeah, 1 rep maxes aren't something that I massively recommend to people that are beginners. You just need to get in and you need to start lifting. 8 reps is a much safer rep range, and then build up towards hitting a 1 rep max, and you can use that for percentages on other loads. But yeah, that was deadlifts. And now I'm squatting, back squats, again a movement that I'm not happy with at all, and it's mainly because football, I'm so late, so bad with warming up and warming down, that when it comes around to my leg days I'm just so tight, so it takes me ages to get warm. But I filmed the first set of squats, which is always the worst thing to do, because my set 2 and 3 were so much better, because as I squat I get better, so as I go through the movement I get better. And this is a standing reverse lunge with kettlebell overhead, superset with some pistol squats, which I did in the blue box because I haven't done them before, and they were very hard. Sorry about the angle of the camera, that's poor from me. Still getting used to this whole vlogging thing, but yeah, it was 6 reps of reverse lunges and then 4 reps of pistol squats using the blue box, because there was no way I was getting back up otherwise, because by this point my legs were done. Yeah, these were good. Definitely something I'm looking forward to programming more in the future. And that was 3 sets, the rest was like a minute and a half. Actually a minute it was. And then we did a bit of conditioning at the end. So this is a plate, round to overhead, 20 kilo plate, and this was very, very hard. So we did 3 rounds of 30 grounds to overhead, 20 plate sit-ups, and then 10 burpees onto the plate, and it was a killer. This was my conditioning session at the end of my leg sessions. My legs were already smoked, and then went through all this. And all the ab training I've done this week, my abs are so sore right now as I do this commentary. So yeah, if you want some good ab stuff, then I've done plenty in these videos this week. But yeah, these are hard work, 20 reps, and then we went into the burpees onto a plate. I don't know what this guy was doing, but he was just watching me the whole time. Probably because he's thinking, what is this guy doing burpees in the middle of the weights area, but if you know me, you'll know that I don't really care. And yeah, I was in a world of my own, just trying to think, this is absolute death, I've got to get it done. And it took me this was one of the longest conditioning sessions of the week. It was just hard. The 30 reps of ground to overhead was just killer. My shoulders by the end of it on a leg session. Every session this week has been a killer on my shoulders. I'm really feeling beaten up today. And this is Friday that I'm doing this commentary, so tomorrow I've got a pull session. So my week so far has been upper strength, lower strength, push on Wednesday with some cardio, which you're watching right now, and then I did a pull session. No, I didn't. I did upper dynamic, lower dynamic Thursday and Friday, and then tomorrow I've got a pull session to finish off my training for the week, and Sunday will be my only rest day of the week. And as well as that, I've got football, which I've had Tuesday and Thursday this week. I'm supposed to have it tomorrow as well, but tomorrow I'm watching one of my clients compete in powerlifting, so I won't be able to play. And then I'm going out and eating for drinks. But yeah, back to training. I did 20 is plenty, it's called on the spin bike. So we did 20 seconds of slow and then 40 seconds as fast as I could. And this was the day after playing football, so that as fast as I could wasn't that fast. And that's do 20 rounds, so this is a long time. But yeah, burnt a lot of calories, got a good sweat on, and that helped my legs a lot because they were sore after football. And then to finish off that cardio session, I did some arm stuff. So it was 4 exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. So rather than doing reps, it was just a case of this, see how many I can do in a time frame, short rest. And so yeah, it was barbell curls, overhead skull crushers, standing, and then a laying skull crusher and a drag curl, which took me in total 12 minutes for the 3 sets of each as a superset style. Okay, so the first one was barbell curls and skull crushers, 1 minute on, barbell curls, 1 minute on skull crushers, repeat for 6 minutes, then vice versa for the other 2. And then I didn't realise until after that session I had to train push that day as well, so in the afternoon I went back and trained push, which was a shorter session, but I made sure that I was beating my logbook on all my lifts, which I was really happy about. And now when you're in a prep or when you're in a dieting phase, it's difficult to keep doing this because obviously my calories aren't adequate to promote more strength, but it's just where I'm coming back from travelling and I'm still able to build strength. And I should imagine I'll be able to do so for probably another month or so. And then the last month of prep will be just a case of trying to fight to maintain my strength. But we'll see how it goes, and I will keep you in the loop with where my strength's at. After that, I did a pec fly, and the main aim of this exercise here is to bring my elbows together. So I'm not considering where my hands are at all. I'm trying to keep my elbows it's like I'm trying to squash a ball in between, a football between my elbows. That's the aim. That gets a great contraction in my chest. I love that movement. Then I went into a dead slot shoulder press, and I tried to beat my logbook by too big a gap, and yeah, the weight beat me. That was only 3 reps, so I dropped the weight down. There you go, little failure. I was aiming for 6 to 8, dropped the weight down and did another 2 sets. Did 6 to 8 and I did 12. And that was pretty much the rep range for the whole workout. It was the 6 to 8 set and a 10 to 12 set. And then I did a standing dumbbell side lateral raise, a single arm, just to isolate that arm. And then I did a narrow grip Smith press. And yeah, loads of progression on here as well. Again, I did a set of 8 and then I did a set of 12. This might have actually been more than 8 because I think I was at 10 on a weight that was heavier than last week for only 8 reps. So I was really pleased with this movement. But you can't actually see my logbook, but this is the main thing that I want to get across from this video, is you must start logging your training. Then went into a seated dip. As you can see, I'm doing quite a lot of exercises in this session, but it's mainly just 2 sets or 3 sets per exercise, so it didn't take that long. The session was done within like 45 minutes, so. But it was good, strength was good, and I was pleased with the session. And I think this is the last exercise from that session. Actually, no, it's not. At the end, I did a press up and dip superset at the end. Then I went and done a little bit of posing because I haven't done any at all. And I'm starting to get a little bit of shape in me. The camera fucking moved, typical. But as you can see, where I haven't been practicing my posing, it's just a horror show. But as I spend more time looking at my physique and seeing the changes that I need to make with my diet and training, I should do more posing, and then hopefully you'll be able to see at a better angle how I pose. And this is the typical men's physique posing show that I'm doing. But I've got 8 weeks until my show, so I will do a video next week on how I'm changing things moving forward. But at the moment, there's not huge changes going on, and I will do a video on where my nutrition is at as well next week. Then I went into, this was yesterday's session, so it was 10 minutes of push press, every minute on the minute, 3 reps. And then it was the same for wide grip pull-ups, and I used, I think, 25 kilos every minute on the minute, 3 reps for 10 minutes, which is hard going. So the last few weeks I've done 8 minutes, so to progress that we've gone up to 10 minutes now. And yeah, these were good. Just a different way of doing things rather than just doing set of 8, set of 12. It's just 10 minutes, just trying to recruit as much volume as we can by doing 3 reps each time. And that was all I filmed from the upper body session, unfortunately. And then this was today's leg session. Here I am front squatting. It's a movement I'm trying to really get into in a minute, and that was again 10 minutes, every minute on the minute, 3 reps. Then we went into a dumbbell snatch, which was 4 sets of 6. So this is where the rep ranges are changing a lot now, from bodybuilding into more strength training and conditioning work. So yeah, we had, I think, 26 kilos here, and the main aim here is to just drive through the hips, and yeah, my legs were feeling this a lot. So even though it looks like an arm exercise, it was big time in the legs. This was conditioning from yesterday. This video is all over the place, but it is what it is. This one on Facebook, on Instagram. So we had to do, I think it was 30 AdMat sit-ups, which are these bad boys, and my hands were in bits doing these. So I've got a pad underneath my lower back, and it helps get a stretch and a contraction every time. And then we went into renegade rows, which again these were really hard. My abs were just in bits. Nearly went over. Whoops. But yeah, the aim is to try and get your body as still as possible. But I haven't done these many times, so these were hard. But not just my abs were working, but my arms, just holding that in place. It was really tough. And then I went from there into a bench press, and we did 10 reps at 50% of 1 rep max, so 60 kilos, because my 1 rep max at the minute is 120. And yeah, the bench press was the easiest bit, and I think that was 4 rounds of that. And again, so that was like 11 minutes that it took me to do. And yeah, that was a killer. This was from today's session. So as part of a tricep that I did, it was Romanian deadlifts for 6 reps, then box jumps for 6 reps, and then floor wipers for 20 reps. So it's like a leg exercise leg cardio exercise, and then ab exercise. I haven't done box jumps in ages, and then today I did an absolute shitload, as you're going to see in the next video. So back on the box jump game, and this is only going to help me with my football with regards to being explosive. So I'm happy to be doing these again. I'm training in a way that is a lot more functional, and I literally hadn't trained abs for probably 2 years. Did hardly any ab work directly. It was just a case of diet would bring up my abs, whereas now I'm doing a lot of ab work and I'm enjoying it. They're sore, but I'm enjoying feeling my abs working and just being more functional. It's such a more enjoyable way to train, but I'm still doing the bodybuilding stuff that I enjoy doing as well. So I'm getting a nice blend of training now. I'm getting that balance that I want, which I'm really happy about. But yeah, the aim is to hold that bar in place. The reason I've got them plates there is because I couldn't get underneath the bar otherwise. So that's why I've got them mats in place there, just so I can get the bar up above my head. Yeah, so I'd start with 20 reps. And I think this is the last video on this training clip. No, this is the conditioning. Yeah, this is the conditioning. So this was after that. So it was 21, 15, 9. So that basically is like a CrossFit way of saying you do 21 reps of each exercise, then 15, and then 9. So it was dumbbell snatch, and then it was a medicine ball slam and box jumps. So you do 21 reps of each, like I'm doing now, which is the hard killer set, and then you do 15 of each, and then you do 9 of each, and you rest for as little time as possible in between. So the aim is to do it as fast as you can. So I timed the whole thing, and I think it took me just over 11 minutes to do the whole thing. So whenever I revisit this, I'll aim to beat it, and my programming will ensure that I'm in a fitter position next time I do it, so then I do just smash it by a minute or so, which is good. It sees improvements, and the way I'm training, it's all based on performance, right? Which is the main thing. So your training must be based on performance. Don't just go in the gym and train, and for the sake of training, go in there with a goal and go in there with direction and log things and aim to progress it. This is how much of a state I was afterwards. But yeah, thank you for watching this commentary. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully you took something from it. Any feedback is always appreciated, so let me know what feedback you've got. And I hope you have a great weekend. So tomorrow I've got my client competing in powerlifting, so that's going to be awesome. We're going to watch that and support her through that. And then in the evening is one of my best mate's birthdays, so there is going to be a little bit of alcohol this weekend. I say a little bit, I mean a lot. But it's 8 weeks till my show, so I'm going to try and rein in the alcohol a little bit after that, but probably not. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video and you have a great weekend too. And if you have any questions about anything, give me a shout, and yeah, I'll see you next week.